Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, karibu sana. Welcome to Make an Impression. I like to call this a safe space where we are choosing to be authentically bold in how we live our lives, whether that is matters faith, lifestyle, or personal development. So if those are topics that interest you, please do consider hitting the subscribe button and joining this growing family, community, whatever fits fits the statement. Yeah, feel very much welcome. This is just a safe space where I like to say, when you're here, your heart is safe. So today we are talking about journaling, and I can tell you guys, let me just start by saying journaling has to be the most underrated free therapy that has been given to us, guys. Journaling is basically just writing, a form of writing down your thoughts, ambitions, gratitude. It's basically just a space that allows us to pour out our thoughts. And when I think about journaling, I think about one of the things that has helped me personally be able to maintain a sane level of state when it comes to my emotional wellness. So when I think about journaling, I think about helping with emotional wellness. It helps with mental wellness. It helps with grounding our thoughts so that we are not all over the place, but we are able to settle down into our thought process when we think about journaling. So how I would describe journaling is basically just the art or the process of writing down your thoughts, your ambitions, your fears, your goals, your dreams, and creating a space that allows you to sit down and think about these things. So, why is journaling important? Why should we even consider it? Why is it something that we need to think about? If I'm speaking from a personal experience, journaling has really helped me, especially in this personal development journey, when I'm able to write down my thoughts, my fears, and the things that I'm feeling, the things that I'm not able to speak to someone about. It has really helped me when it comes to my mental mindfulness or mental wellness, or I don't know what would fit there. It's sort of like a mindful meditation. It's a way in which you're able to meditate your thoughts in writing, because there's also other ways that you can do it. Maybe when you're practicing yoga, it's also a good way to just clear off your mind. Then when I think about journaling, I think about being able to get a safe space where I can be able to just withdraw my thoughts and my feelings and everything that is probably just going through my head. And what that does is that it helps me to kind of like center myself so that I'm able to write down my fears. I'm able to write down my thoughts. I'm able to write down things that I have struggled with so that I'm able to get solutions from it. So journaling has really been a good space to just emotionally down is it called, it's called what, like to emotionally release. Yeah, it's like it's been an emotional release for me. It's been a good place where I'm able to really just mentally write down the thoughts that I have, the fears that I have, the things that I feel like I'm struggling with when it comes to my personal development journey. And what that has done is that it has really helped me to look at ways in which I can improve. Because sometimes I think we think that journaling is for particular people, maybe people who are struggling, people who are going through a lot. But journaling is really just a healthy way to keep a healthy mindset, to be able to be in that space where you're just mindful of your surrounding, you're mindful of the things that are happening around you, you're mindful of who you are becoming. And journaling is really just one of the things that has helped me to get to where I am. I can tell you, when it comes to emotional wellness, this has got to be one of the things that has worked for me. When it comes to mental wellness, this has got to be one of the things that has really helped me to get to where I am, to deal with a lot of the fears that I have had, being able to do what I'm doing. And so I would recommend journaling because I have seen how much of a benefit it is for somebody who's trying to walk through their personal development journey, or somebody who's trying to walk through their emotions. When you are completely unable to sit across a person when you go to therapy and talk to them about your problems, you can be able to do that, to write out your thoughts, to pour out your heart into a book that only you and the book know. So it's also a very good way of dealing with your emotions without really involving people. If you don't feel like you're at a place where you can speak about the things you're going through to other people, journaling is really a good way to help you to deal with your emotions, so that you're not just sitting there with them, they're not just frustrating you, but when you pour them out, it's a really good way to just, deal with the emotional stress and just focus on improving your mental health. The other reason why journaling is important is because it improves, as we've spoken about improving your mental health, we've also spoken about promoting your emotional well-being. The other thing is that journaling helps you do is it helps increase self-awareness and gives you self-compassion. So when you're able to note down the things that you're going through, in that process you're able to really just empathize with the person that you are, with the struggles that you're going through. It's really just a good place to lay out your emotions and cry and just say, you know what, I really feel what you're going through, Jane. I really understand that this is hard for you, but we are going to get through this. Me and you, we are going to get through this. So it's really just a good space to give yourself that self-compassion and just become self-aware. When you write up your thoughts down, when you write your experiences, when you go back to them, maybe a week, a month, say even a year later, and you go back to the book that you journaled back, you're able to see the growth that you have experienced. You're able to see how you have become self-aware, how you have extended grace to yourself. Because if you don't extend grace to yourself, you will constantly be beating yourself down. You will constantly be thinking that you're not enough. This and this is not working out for me. And so it's not a good place to be, guys. And the last one is it provides a safe space to process emotions, which we've also spoken about. Journaling is really just a space that allows you to feel safe, that allows you to share your thoughts, that allows you to share your fears, and nobody around to judge you except you. So it's also just a good place to also find balance. As I said, when you're not able to speak to someone about the things you're going through, but then you also want to be able to let them out, so that as you start a new day, you're starting on a clean slate. As you work on your self-improvement journey, you're also seeing the areas that you need to improve on that. Okay, so maybe you are a beginner in journaling and you're just wondering, where do I start? I take a book and I want to start writing and my mind is just blank, or maybe I have so many emotions to process that I don't know where to start. I want to give you some top questions that maybe can just help you start journaling. If you are a beginner, maybe what you can really consider, because it always helps when you start with simple questions that you can answer, and then as you grow as you get used to journaling, as you get used to writing down your thoughts, then maybe you can go to more harder questions, or give yourself that grace to grow as you journal. So these are some of the questions that helped me to start when I was beginning in my journaling journey. How do I want to feel in the next few months? How am I feeling? What accomplishments am I most proud of today? So, of course, I'm assuming you're journaling every day, or if you're journaling every week, you can say, what accomplishments am I most proud of this week? What new habits do I want to develop? Who inspires me and why? How do I define success in my career and passion? What relationships do I want to nurture from an individual level? What positive affirmations resonate with me right now? Very important. I think that's a really good one. What positive affirmations resonate with me right now? Because that helps keep you in a good mood. You're able to recognize what are the things that are working around me, as much as there's other things that I'm dealing with that are a bit heavy. What is it that is working out for me right now that I can use to strengthen myself when I'm facing these other things as well? What do I want to let go of to make space for growth? What legacy or impact do I want to leave? So I think those are really good questions to start with when you're doing your simple journaling. That's why I said, if you are a beginner, you can start with questions. Maybe you can even put your name. Dear Jane, how are you feeling today? How was your day like? What did you like about your day? What did you like about your day? What can you improve on tomorrow? What do you think you did wrong? What do you think you did right? How do you think you can be able to correct such things? So I think just extending a bit of grace so that you're also not very toned down on, everything did not work, my life is hard, yani everything is just no. You start from a place of grace. Love on yourself, appreciate yourself, appreciate the fact that you're alive and the fact that you're here. It means that God still has something for you. Start with the positives and then go to the negatives and just see how to grow and navigate through that. Then I'd like to finish off this conversation, guys. I don't want to make this long. I really wanted to keep this very simple because I just want us to understand that there's something about journaling that is good for us. If you are not that much of a writer, you can try using the question and answer way, or you can even type on your laptop if you prefer to type it out. If you don't prefer to write it in a book, just find a way to release your emotions. You can even do audio notes for yourself. Just speak to yourself, record those audio notes that you can always go back to and listen to. So there's so many ways that you can use to journal that have very beautiful and great results. So why has journaling helped? I'm only going to share two because I believe those two are the most important. Journaling helps you visualize better, plan ahead, and keep yourself accountable. So you're able to visualize yourself better. You're able to put yourself on the side and put your thoughts on the side and write authentically. And if you're doing this objectively, of course, then you're able to visualize how you can make it better for yourself. It helps you to plan ahead. So if you are not a good planner, journaling is also a good way to help you plan ahead. What are the things that you want to achieve in the next few weeks, in the next few months, in the next year? What are you looking forward to? What can you do to help you get there? And you can also keep yourself accountable. So if there's things that you wrote as we spoke earlier, we said maybe you've gone through something and you're thinking, how could I have done this better? It's also a good way to keep yourself accountable so that tomorrow you can try doing something differently and then come back and say, oh, I actually tried it this way and it worked. So journaling is also a good way to keep yourself accountable. The second thing is journaling can act as an ideal therapist. It is therapeutic to write your feelings down. So, as I said when I started, therapy can be quite pricey, especially here in Kenya. But I think right now there's a lot of many options. There's actually other free options that you can get. I usually see Lydia KM speak a lot about therapy. I think she's also pinned on her Instagram profile. I'll see how to put it here if I get it, if she allows me. I mean, of course, because of copyright. But you can search for Lydia KM on Instagram. She's a very huge fan of therapy, and she talks a lot about different how therapy has worked out for her, and I think she has pinned other therapy options that you can get on her what do you call it, on Instagram. That part, yes. But anyway, aside from therapy, I was basically just saying that journaling is a really good way and cheap way and free way to express your emotions. It's a really good way to providing therapy for yourself without really feeling the pressure of, I have to go to therapy, I have to speak to this person every day. How about you start by simply journaling your thoughts, journaling your ideas, journaling your fears, journaling your plans, journaling everything that you feel like you need to put down. And once you put those thoughts down, you're able to navigate through them, in a sense that even if you were to seek therapy, you have already dealt with those emotions by writing them down. You have already dealt with them to a certain extent, so that as you seek professional help, you're in a space where you can express your emotions positively. That's it for today's conversation, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do hope you try journaling. If you have been journaling, please let us know in the comment section how that has worked out for you. If you're just a beginner and you're thinking, where do I start? I'm going to try it and pin some links in the description box to just help you with journaling. Maybe you want to understand more about it, what it's about, how it can help you, how you can navigate through it. I'm going to find some links that I can put in the description box to help you with that. Well, that's it for today's conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much for being in this place. If you are here and you're joining us for the first time, thank you so much for sticking with us to this point. I hope you hit that subscribe button and become part of this growing community. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.